Hello everybody, it's Daniel here, and welcome back to Showdown Sunday, competitive Pokemon battling. God, it's been a while. I've really missed this. So I've been out of touch with Pokemon the last while, and I'm really not sure how the current meta is kind of going. I'm actually surprised. I really have been out of touch since Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby launched, and I've just not kept up to date with what people are using. So I'm sort of using like kind of an old team I remember reading back in December. This team is sort of based on Doughboy's Downpour. It's slightly tweaked to what he posted, but I'll give a link to the Smogon Rate My Team for that. So I'm using a modified version of that team, and I remember this is just one that I looked at that I really wanted to try at some point, because it's one that kind of incorporates a Mega Swampert, and it's also got a Breloom and a Klefki with Rain Dance on it, which is just interesting. So I just made a couple of adjustments to it from other stuff that I essentially remember from Gen 5 that I quite liked. The main modifications to this team is that I'm using a Choice Specs Dragonite, which isn't on that team, and my Thundurus is actually a Thundurus Therian, because I just prefer it a bit more. I like the fact that this has Volt Absorb, and yes, it does sacrifice a bit of speed for that and a bit of physical attack, but I still prefer this set. Anyway, we'll just quickly run through it though. This is a standard Mega Swampert set. It's Waterfall, EQ, Ice Punch, and Stout Rock as well. I just quite like having Stout Rock and something, and people forget Swampert actually gets that. But when you see this thing Mega Evolve, people don't really expect that, so it's just nice to have, get a bit of extra chip damage. And paired with Swampert, it's like these two guys here are the sort of the main damaging core of this team. This Choice Specs Dragonite, this is something that was quite prevalent in Gen 5. I'm not sure how prevalent really, but I remember seeing it around quite a bit, and I really liked that set then. And it's just, as you'd expect, it's Choice Specs Dragonite, Hurricane, Draco Meteor, Thunder, and Surf. Because this is a rain team, so it gets Thunder and Surf, which is very nice. This just hits really hard, and it's really, really strong. With multi-scale as well, you're going to be able to switch in kind of safely on almost anything. As long as it's not like Stab, Ice type, you're relatively okay. But yeah, like these two guys, they just cause as much damage as they possibly can, and they just hit for a truckload, like they really do. Then we've got a Breloom here. This is also changed from the original team. The Doughboy set recommends using a Sword Stance Breloom. I personally prefer Focus Punch Breloom because I think it's a lot safer, and if you get it set up, essentially I think it's more worthwhile to set up a substitute than it is to set up a Sword Stance, because behind the sub you can just do a lot more, and Focus Punch just works so nicely with that. And people forget that Focus Punch Breloom used to be around, like in Gen 4 quite a bit. So people have forgotten that this set kind of exists, which is quite nice, and I really like it because of that. Last couple of guys in this team, the Klefki is the weirdest one on this team, and I was really unsure if I should swap this out for something, but I'm kind of sticking to it just because it's what was like in Doughboy's team here. And it's T-Wave, Rain Dance, Foul Play, and Spikes. The EVs are also kind of like split, so it has like kind of general bulk and split between defense and special defense. It's a really weird set, it honest to God is. I mean, no one expects your Klefki to have Damp Rock of all things and Rain Dance, so it's quite nice. Like, it's a couple of scenarios where, say, like a Charizard may try and switch in on you, and like being a Mega Charizard wide to set up the rain, you can just kind of win out then because you have your Rain Dance on your Klefki, which is quite nice. And because this team also does have a Politoed, which is just a standard Politoed set, Skull, the Ice Beam, Onk, or Toxic, because it has that, most people think that when they defeat a Politoed, your rain is now gone and they've won the Weather War. Klefki kind of wins that back for you, which is really nice. Last up on the team, we just have a really all-out attacker here, just to cause as much damage as possible. Life Orb, Thunder, Asterion, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Knockoff, and Superpower. It's a bit of a mixed set, and the main reason is that Knockoff and Superpower, just people forget that Thunderous gets these things, and it's got relatively good attack to use them with, and it's just quite nice for general utility. And I was thinking about running Volt Switch over T-Ball, but really you just want to go all in with the power. And it's not Thunder as well, because you want to go in all in with the power with a bit of reliability to it. Because there's a couple of scenarios where you may not actually have rain, and you just want to hit them hard. Anyway, that's the team though. I've had relative success with it so far. Again, there'll be a link to like the original Smogon Rate My Team in the description. I just really wanted to use this one, and it's been a while. I gotta get used to the meta again before I'm constructing entirely my own teams again. So let's dive on into our first game. Okay, and what are we up against this time? Hey, oh, that's a really offensive looking team. Oh my god. That's a lot of power on everything there. No weather inducers, so we can quite easily set up weather. Oh, Dragonite is going to be really Yeah, it's going to be quite good here. So I know Mega Swampert's also going to be just great here, just because raw power. But this is a really weird look. Like, it's offensively based, but like, it's got so much varied typing. Like, there's so many potential leads here. Like, there really is. I'm going to go just with my Thunderous, because it's just a good answer to whatever he wants to lead with. Like, yeah, like, he's leading with Garchomp here, so... Like... Even if I go for Hidden Power Ice here, like, I'm relatively okay, because I can stay in on whatever he does. Like, I'm really not afraid here. And, like, having T-Bolt is going to be great here. Wow, having Superpower as well means we actually have an answer to everything on his team, kind of, with this. Like, Manectric is the only that can really resist it. Everything else, we do have something to hit it with. Knock off for the Gengar and the Starmie. And, well, of course, T-Bolt for the Starmie as well. Can't forget about that. It's like, yeah, Thunderous completely counters Starmie. It has access to Knock Off and Hidden Power Dark. The meta's changed. He's just going to set up Stealth Rocks and just die. Okay, well, I guess it's a fair trade. He does have Stealth Rock, and my Dragonite's not really going to appreciate that. He's going to lead straight with Breloom, though. That doesn't seem right, to be honest. You are not faster. And, okay, you do have a Sash. Alright. Oh, wow, and you even have the Rock Tomb. That's a bit weird, but... Okay, well, the Breloom's almost dead now. Base 262 speed is the highest it can have. We're going to tie with it with our own Breloom. I mean, if we switch into anything else, then... The problem is if we switch into anything but our Breloom here, it essentially means like we're not going to be able to do much. He can hit us with a Mach Punch here, but that's honestly okay. He may even not want to do that, but I should probably just go for Seed Bomb just in case he does stay in. Okay, he's just going to go for the Mach Punch. That's honestly fine with me. Breloom's down as well now. It's like a major threat for the team because this team does have issues with speed until it gets Mega Swampert under the Swift Swim. I've also been considering adding something with default support to this team because that is another issue. Like Dragonite just really does not appreciate being hit by the Stealth Rocks. It's just because it's going to break multi-scale every time. Okay, so I'm going to go straight with Manectric. I mean, I'm not sure how useful... Well, actually, no, this is a complete Bisharp counter. I guess I can do that because I can just Spore on the Bisharp. Yeah, okay, so Breloom is worth keeping around because of that. Unless this Manectric has Hidden Power Grass, which I have seen before, believe it or not. Like, Swampert's really just fine here. It's the only thing I can think of that's really gonna hurt us. And it will give us a nice opportunity to get up our Mega Evolution. Is he gonna be that one guy with Hidden Power Grass? Like, I don't know. They do have Overheat, so Klefki's not really that great. So yeah, we can probably just go to Swampert. We've got really good bulk as is. He's going to lower our attack somewhat. He's going to get a crit Flamethrower, which is not appreciated. Even with the attack drop, we should be able to kill it with an EQ. Just because it's insanely strong. The best play for him, he's probably just going to switch straight into his Gengar. I do want to stay in here because I do want to get the Mega Evolution off. He's not going to stay in with the Manectric, surely. Unless he has Hidden Power Grass, of course. Stealth Rock is not going to do much. So I'm thinking just going straight for a Waterfall is probably best here. Yeah, he's just going to switch straight into Gengar. So let's just go for that. Okay, it's a bulky Gengar, so we learned that as well. The fact that it has leftovers and just didn't go below half health with that Waterfall, which is quite annoying, but oh well, what are you going to do? We can just set up this Swampert though, like at a later time. Like especially, like judging by the amount of damage that did as well, we now know it's a Waterfall can deal about like 3/3 of 3/4 of his health. That's the one. So that is fine. I kind of don't want to get Rain up. This is also a really good opportunity just to get in Klefki and set up a couple of things. So I feel like I should do that as well. Okay, he's just going to go for the burn here. I'm really not too worried about that. Foul Play is actually quite good still here, just because the Gengar is super effective, but we should probably go for something else. I really want to get a T-Wave off in this thing, but switching into Manectric is a real threat. I'm going to go for it anyway, though. Yeah, it's too good to pass that up. And he's now going to taunt us. That's honestly alright. Klefki's now done something. Looking at the rest of his team, Klefki's only really set to set up some spikes, but even then, Not going to be too useful. I want to go for a foul play here just because he may not expect me to have it. And this will set me up in the range now where... Oh wow, he's actually going to trade me a black sludge. I get hurt by the black sludge and I'm a steel type. Oh god. Oh, the humanity. And he's got a damp rock now, so he's wondering, like, what the balls is going on? Okay, well, I guess now's as good as time as any to switch. We should probably set up rain. I think rain is good now. And also, if he decides to double trick now, just to give it the damp rock, you're just going to swap with another damp rock, which is great. So we'll just go back for that. Something I do actually want to talk about with this team, I'm thinking about it, is rain teams have like almost like entirely declined now. Like you really don't see them about the place. Mega Swampert like caused like a slight resurgence, but it's very rare you still see them. Like I believe Politoad's been like demoted to like RU or something like that now. He's definitely not OU anymore, I know that much. You still see him just because he sets up an instant rain and that is like invaluable. But a lot of teams even starting like forsake Politoad and just run damp rocks on things. Like Klefki's actually really, like Klefki's just really good for rain teams. Like he works well because he gets a priority rain dance. And with the rise of stuff like Mega Charizard Y where they instantly set up Sun, which is really useful. I don't know. I'm still not sure about Politoad as well. It is something that I'm considering just might be cut. Like it is valuable to set up rain like this, but at the same time Politoad's just not that great of a Pokemon. We want to just Scald here while we can. It's going to hit everything just for a decent amount, even if you switch in the Bisharp or the Manectric. Like that's honestly alright with me. This Gengar is like practically dead now because like we can outspeed it with everything. The only guys who are going to have difficulty killing it is Breloom. Like even Klefki can take it down if needs be. I'm just reminded of so many things. Like whenever I take like a timeout from the meta, it's still kind of ingrained in my head. It's like everything that's running Gen 5. So it's like my mind just kind of wanders back to that. So that's all I can really think of. I've got a couple of ideas though for old movesets because of that. Just like stuff you have not seen in a while. It's just like now is the time to have it all come back. Okay, just gonna go into Manectric here. I mean, I do have it. I do have it. And I really want to switch it in. He didn't reveal Hidden Power Grass the last time. So surely he's not going to like kind of pull it out now. Surely not. Yeah, okay, he's just going to go for a T-Bolt. That's nice. We are faster now because we're just double speed. And, oh wow, our EQ is going to hurt absolutely everything on his team. So let's just go for it. Oh my god. Oh wow, and that's even a bulky Starmie. That is so much damage. He's just going to take a turn to protect. Oh, I could have got off Stealth Rock there if I anticipated that correctly. Oh wait, he's stalling out the rain. Okay. Alright, well we're just going to keep going with the EQs and just cause as much damage as we can. He's going to get a double protect, which is kind of annoying. Okay. Well, we still have our Politoad, so like, I'm not too fearful of this, and we're still going to have an extra turn of rain. You're not going to get a triple protect, man. Come on now. It's like you're already chancing your arm when going for 2. And now he's just going to go straight into Bisharp. Well, Sucker Punch is definitely not going to kill. Yeah, just because it's Mega Swampert. Like, we're bulky. And so now we can just take that out. And although Swampert is like critically injured at this point. Oh, how much did Stout Rock do? Oh, bollocks. How much did Stout Rock do? Like, was it 12%? I can't remember if I resisted because I'm part ground type. That's gonna matter quite a bit. What we need to do is we need to get Dragonite in at some stage just to cause some damage. Okay, we're gonna need to start like kind of playing about things, I guess. Okay, well, setting up the rain, it's a good start. Like, it really is. He's just gonna go for Flamethrower. Okay, that's fine. So I guess we go for the Encore, because if we go for the Encore, and if he goes for Flamethrower again, now if we switch in Dragonite, we've won. And that's what we have to do there. Yep, so that's fine. So now we just go straight to Dragonite. And we can just kill him, because he's trapped in the Encore for 2 turns still. What's going to cause the most damage here? I don't know if a one-shot Draco is going to do it. I really don't. Hurricane... Surf is probably best just because of rain. It's like neutral damage, but we do have rain. Jeez. It's a strong surf. It really is. Oh, that was a good match, though. I'm really happy about how that went. Yeah, it's like that was a really aggressive team, but like we managed to hold our own, like just barely against it. It's like if he hadn't gone for that second flamethrower there, like he's had a really strong chance of winning because, like, he could deal with the Mega Swampert if we didn't get the rain up. Actually, yeah, I guess that is what it came down to. Actually, just we had Mega Swampert, so I guess we would have been all right. Wow, it's a real reason to run Hidden Power Grass, though. I'll tell you that much. Okay, let's have another battle. Let's have one more. Okay, and what are we up against this time? Oh, that's a really aggressive looking team. It really is. Hawlucha and Weavile as well. Oh my god. It's like it's rare you see one of them. The fact that two of them are here together, that is quite something. Okay, so a couple of things to take note is that there's no ground type, so Sundaris is pretty good. Breloom's gonna have a couple of opportunities to set up Spore, mainly on the Azumarill and the Heatran here. So that's nice as well. And if we set up the rain, then Swampert's going to be able to take out the Weavile, the Hawlucha, not quite the Scizor, maybe not quite the Azumarill, possibly, well, definitely the Heatran, and maybe not the Venusaur. Okay, so we got a couple of things here, though. We still have Hurricane as well, so that's going to be, like, invaluable against this Venusaur. He could lead with Hawlucha or Weavile, because they're both, like, kind of just average lead Pokemon. Honestly, I kind of want to lead with Klefki because of that, because, yeah, I know that I can do something to him now. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to remember what Hawlucha's actually going to run. I'm trying to wonder if... Is Limber something I'm supposed to worry about with Paralysis? I can't remember. I'm gonna go for a T-Wave anyway. He's just gonna go straight out to Heatran here. Okay, well that's fine. I guess it's just nice to have that. That means essentially Breloom is guaranteed to do something quite painful later. So that's a good start. Honestly, what do I want to do now? This Heatran is very likely just to set up rocks, I believe. He could just go straight for a Fire-type move as well. I'm going to go for Rain Dance. I'm going to just reveal that trick immediately. Actually, I don't know if I should reveal that trick immediately, because he's going to be thinking it's like Politoed as soon as I take that out. Like, it's a good play to go for Rain Dance now, because I think I could switch into Dragonite, and then I could just be able to hit something really hard. But I don't want to reveal the trick yet. So we're just going to go straight for Politoed and set up Rain. The old-fashioned way. He's going to miss the Magma Storm there. A bit unfortunate because he would have... But Magma Storm traps you in, doesn't it? It's been a while since I've seen it. Very actually surprising to see Magma Storm. He must be a more aggressive Heatran then, which is kind of weird then why he would send it in for Paralysis. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I do know that a Scald is really, really good move right now. So we're just going to go for it. You can switch into either Azumarill or the Venusaur to resist it, but we might as well just go for it. It's still going to do good damage. Maybe a bird? No, not a bird. Okay. It's alright. So he's just going to Mega Evolve this now. And probably just go for the Grass type move. How fast is Venusaur? 284. If he has Hidden Power Ice, and he can outspeed the Dragonite, but the odds of him actually having it... He even has the Weavile. I'm so used to seeing these things run Hidden Power Fire, because Venusaur really does need it for coverage. There's still a chance that it runs Sleep Powder, which is a problem here. A part of me wants to stay in almost and just Encore, but I feel it's just a waste of a Politoed, really. So yeah, switching into Dragonite is probably the best thing I can do here. We'll chance the Sleep Powder if he does indeed have it. Ah, he does, the bugger! Okay, well, he can definitely just break that. He can definitely just break the multi-scale now, so... I'm not sure if I want to do that. At the same time, I want to just stay in and just go for some Hurricanes, just chance it. No, he's just going to go straight into Weavile. I know I can live one Ice Punch. Actually, no, I don't know that. It's a Weavile. Okay, let's not find that chance and find that out today. Let's go back into Klefki, actually. Klefki is quite good, because he's probably going to switch into Venusaur this time, like, just to kind of like resist it, or just the Heatran. And this essentially gives us an opportunity to set up some less spikes, because... Well, the only thing on his team that can have actually defog is the Scizor. I'm wondering if he does what... I'm wondering if he runs it. Occasionally you do see that kind of like more bulky Scizor variant, but it's kind of overshadowed by Sword Stance. I'm thinking that he must have it though, because otherwise his team is really weak to Stealth Rock. Icicle Crash, okay. Wait, Icicle Crash, that's a... Is that... No, that is a physical based move, sorry. I was getting confused there. I thought that was like the special based ones. Like, that's really weird. because you're a Weavile. You're not supposed to be specially based. Yeah, setting up spikes here, though, is pretty good. Yeah, because he's just going to go back into that. And we're still behind the rain, so I'm really not too worried. I kind of just want a chance actually getting up another layer of spikes. At the same time, I kind of want to just send in Dragonite because this is like a good opportunity to try and wake Dragonite up. I think it really is. I'm going to be struggling to get him awake this entire game, but we do have to keep trying. He's just going to go for the no Magma Storm, we know that much. Like, honestly, yeah, we're probably going to have to sacrifice the multi-scale just to wake this guy up. We got him up before Stealth Rocks. This is actually good. We have a bit of an opportunity now to try and wake this chap up. And the move that we want to go for... I mean, if we're still asleep, then we're not going to be locked into any move. So let's chance a Surf this turn, as he's paralyzed. Okay. Alright. So he stayed in, which means that he has something for a Dragonite, which is the interesting bit. A part of me really wants a Draco because it's going to hit everything else really hard, but he also does have that Azumarill, which is really annoying. Part of me wants to go for like an unrain boosted Hurricane, but Surf is just a bit too reliable. We're going to wake up. That's really good for us, because we're still going to be able to do a crap ton of damage to this chap. And we're just going to go for another Surf because it hits really, really strong. Like, even if he sends in a Azumarill, that's... it's going to take it kind of average. So I'm always paranoid of Azumarills because they have Belly Drum. And I'm wondering if this is a moment where he's going to try and chance it. I feel like I should almost go for Surf because of that. Because I don't really have an answer to Belly Drum with Azumarill. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do this. He has the Citrus Berry! Oh my god, okay. No, that means that that's probably a Belly Drum set. Okay, he may have gone for the play rough there, but that's probably a Belly Drum set if he had Citrus Berry. So that was actually the correct play, believe it or not. That really was. We may have lost Dragonite, but we kind of had to do that. We're going to have huge trouble with Venusaur now. But if we get up some more hazards, then like that's probably our best answer for it. Okay. So, what are we going to want to do next? So we could switch in... I guess we could switch in Breloom. Because we are faster than you, and a Spore or something of that nature is quite evident, but what we can actually do is we can go for a Sub. As he switches into the Heat round, this works perfectly for us because now we're going to be behind the Sub as well. And we get our Poison up. So that's really nice. If we could get a full paralysis on that Heat round now, that would be fantastic. Oh, he's going to get a crit Earth Power. That may not have even broken the Sub. I'm just saying. Okay, well, Heat round's down anyway. We don't have to worry about that much. Heat round wasn't really a threat though, but just because we have Swampert. Like, it's really going to deal with it. And I guess it's just nice now because we do have the Toxic off on our Breloom. He's switching into Weavile again, so he's probably just going to go for the Icicle Crash as before. Honestly, I just want to set up Rain again because I feel that with Swampert, like, we might be able to just sweep the team now. Double Ice Punch that Mega Venusaur might just be enough to take it out. So I'm going to do that. I can kind of resist whatever this Weavile does, and just more importantly, we're setting up the Rain. He's going to go for an Ice Shard there. Oh, predicting the Mach Punch, I see. May have been able to guess I didn't have that just because I went for the Focus Punch the last time, but oh well. That's alright. Gonna want to just go for another Scald as... Oh, he's gonna knock off the Damp Rock. Okay, alright. I'll let you have that one. See, the thing is, I'm really not afraid at the moment, and I kind of want him to kill this Politoed. I'm gonna go for Ice Beam here, predicting him to go into Mega Venusaur. Okay, no, he's just gonna stay in like that. Fair enough. Yeah, because like I kind of wanted that to die because now I've got a really fantastic switch in for Mega Swampert. Like, this works so well. So we're just going to go for the Mega Evolution. And the question now is... Well, actually, yeah, he has the Life Orb, so Stealth Rock. It's probably better. And he's just going to try and knock off a Mega Stone. That does not work, man. We're just going to get a Stealth Rock up now, and that's actually really good, because now we can potentially kill everything. I say potentially. It depends on how much hazard damage it does actually to the Azumarill and the Venusaur. Like, we may be able to just get by with this. Like, Mega Venusaur is the likely switch in here because he may be able to live a hit, but it depends on what Mega Venusaur set he's running. Okay, so what's going to do more damage? EQ or the Ice Punch? Because that's Stab, but that's going to be super effective. But then Tick Fat. So, actually, yeah, because it's super effective in Tick Fat, that's going to go to 150. That's already on 150, but then that's going to be reduced more. So, EQ is more powerful. And we're going to take it out in one shot. That is fantastic. Hazard's really paying off for us there. I wasn't sure if that was going to get through because I have seen bulky Venusaur before. And the fact that he had Sleep Powder already indicates that it is more of a bulky Venusaur. So, it could be either that it's like we were right, like kind of a set where it's like it may have not been bulky, or just it's because Mega Swampert is just insane. Like, its attack is so high. Just look at that, 438 and Rain. And it's like, we're so fast. Oh god. Well, we can effectively take out everything now in this team. Like, we are faster than it all. Scizor may live a hit, depending just, again, how it is spec'd. Azumarill not going to be able to do anything other than an Aqua Jet, which is actually going to hurt a bit. Just because we have the Rain up. So I guess that's what what he's going for is he's going for an Aqua Jet, and he's going to go for a Bullet Punch to follow it up. It makes the most amount of sense, but we're going to be going for an EQ regardless, because just because we're on a roll here, we got to take out as much of this team as we can. So yeah, so like he's probably going to send in Scizor now, and if he goes for a Bullet Punch, he should be able to take out Mega Swampert. And I'm trying to think if we're going to get another opportunity to actually switch in this guy, or if we should just let him go for the Bullet Punch here. Because, I mean, we may have a chance against the Hawlucha if we set up Rain again, but that means we're going to have to set up the Rain Dance with the Klefki, and essentially if we sack Mega Swampert now, we're not reliant on Rain. And honestly, yeah, I think actually Thundurus might be able to just clean it up with a couple of T-Bolts. So we can kind of let him have his Bullet Punch here. It's not too much worry. It also scouts for Life Orb, which is nice. Yeah, so that's fine. So what we're going to want to do now, because like we can switch straight into Thundurus, or we can go into Breloom. Because we're not going to be able to switch in Breloom against the Hawlucha. I know that much because, dear God, it's got Acrobatics. Yeah, this is probably the best chance to actually switch into Breloom. Otherwise, it's going to end up taking a hit. And I'm pretty sure we can live one Bullet Punch. So let's just go for a Spore, because when he's down to 2 Pokemon, if one of those is asleep, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to come back. Jesus! Bloody hell. Okay, so that is terrifying. Is that Bandit, maybe? Because it's not Life Orb, and that dealt so much damage. That's gotta be Bandit, yeah. Okay. So we're dealing with a Bandit Scizor. We should be able to live the hit still. I'm pretty confident of that. Hawlucha, we're gonna break the potential Sash that has most Hawluchas run because of Limber or Unburden. It's one of those. I can't remember which ones boost your speed when you use your item. But going for T-Ball is still pretty good here. We're going to resist that hit, and we're just gonna hit for a really heavy amount of damage, but not enough damage. That is... Oh, that's disastrous. That actually didn't kill. That is really bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, Klefki. Klefki. It's all up to you, man. Oh no. I mean, Foul Play is probably going to take it out, but this is going to hurt. Oh. Crit Foul Play. The crit probably didn't matter because it is a Scizor. That was definitely Bandit, just from the amount of damage that was doing. Now we've got the Hawlucha. Okay, so the best odds for dealing with this, because it's going to resist the Foul Play, is we need to go for a T-Wave first, because then we're going to have to hopefully get some paralysis. No, he's just going to land a high jump kick. Okay, we're dead. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That T-Ball just did not do enough damage. Oh no. And like, this is Thundurus Tyrion as well, and it's like, I believe mine is modest. No, mine's timid. Well, okay, I need a timid for the speed, but the fact that I was trying to balance it out between the attack and special attack EVs, I'm gonna have to change that a bit, I think, because that was just tragically short. Oh my god. Oh, if we took it out, then we could have won that. We really could have, because we would have been... Oh wow, Hawlucha's actually really fast. Wow, Hawlucha is really fast. Would we have been faster than the Hawlucha? Hang on. Oh god, we wouldn't have. Oh wow, we were just screwed. We really were. Oh my god. And on that finish, that's going to be it for this week's Showdown Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just a modified version of a team that caught my eye a while back, and evidently from those games, this needs some more tweaks. I'm not entirely happy with how that last game went, I'll be honest. Like I'm gonna have to. I think one thing I'm gonna have to decide is if I want this Thundurus to be a mix set, because the mix set is nice, but that lack of extra power really hurt in that final game. I don't know how it would have worked out against the Hawlucha, but I do think that was quite significant. Oh, because like we could have definitely lived a bit longer, because he would have had the chance to high jump kicks, and maybe he would have missed, but it could have gone any number of ways, I believe. I still did enjoy this team though. I really do like Mega Swampert, and I do like it paired with Dragonite, because they just, like, one's like a really strong special attacker, one's a really strong physical attacker, and they just work well together. Like, you have like coverage of almost everything between the two, and just paired with the rain, it's really nice. Something I was looking into for a while is if I could do a Trick Room sort of team with a Swampert and a Dragonite, but I realized after your Mega Evolve, you then have Swift Swim, so it's kind of terrible. Like, regular Swampert, you could potentially do it, but then you might as well be running like a Gen 4 team or something. Like, there's no place for it in Gen 6, it really doesn't work. Anyway, this has been a fun team nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's good to be back for Showdown Sunday as well. I'll have a new team next week, so thank you so much for watching.